What if you thought you'd won, but the battle was just beginning? Picture this, the setting is June 1942. The Pacific Ocean is ablaze with war. Japanese commanders are toasting their glasses, convinced they've just landed the decisive blow. They believe they've sunk one of America's most critical aircraft carriers. They think the threat is eliminated. They are under the impression that the battle is already won. Yet, within a few hours, they're about to witness something that will defy their logic, strategy, and even fate itself. The American carrier they were so sure was destroyed was the USS Yorktown, bombarded by bombs and torpedoes, engulfed in smoke, engines failing, deck ripped apart. Every Japanese officer watching the explosions was convinced that no one could survive that, let alone bring the ship back into battle. But Yorktown wasn't finished, not by a long shot. As the Japanese fleet diverted its attention elsewhere, something extraordinary was happening on that battered ship. Damage control teams, sailors drenched in oil, bleeding, crawling through fire and thick smoke, refused to let their carrier die. One crew member later reflected, "If the ship still had a heartbeat, we were going to keep it alive." For the next 24 hours, the Yorktown became a beacon of hope. Men sprinted through flooded compartments in complete darkness. Electricity was gone. Water was rising rapidly. Every minute felt like the ship could capsize and sink, but they persevered. They patched walls using wood, mattresses, even their own jackets. They dragged hoses across collapsing metal. They extinguished fires by hand when water pressure failed. They worked through toxic fumes that could kill a person in seconds. And somehow, piece by piece, the Yorktown stabilized. The crew managed to get one engine running, then another, then the radar, then the aircraft elevators. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't even safe, but it was alive. And then came the moment no one on Earth anticipated. As the sun rose the next morning, Japanese scouts surveyed the ocean. They expected to see the wreckage of the Yorktown drifting, sinking, or already gone. Instead, they were stunned. There it was, moving, positioning, launching planes, ready to fight again. The same carrier they had proudly reported destroyed was now directing its bow straight back into battle. One Japanese pilot radioed back in sheer disbelief. "Impossible. The ship we sank yesterday is The shock didn't stop there. Yorktown's returning aircraft, patched up, half-fueled, barely held together, started diving straight at the Japanese fleet. The carrier that should have been at the bottom of the ocean was now sending the very planes that would help decide the turning point of the Pacific War. And here's the twist that hit the Japanese commanders the hardest. By the time they realized Yorktown was still alive, still operational, still launching airstrikes, it was too late. Their entire strategy collapsed. Their confidence shattered. Their sense of victory flipped into panic. Because Yorktown didn't just return. And it changed the course of the Battle of Midway. The ship that was supposed to be dead became the ship that helped save the Pacific. And it left one undeniable truth. Sometimes the most dangerous enemy is the one you think you've already defeated.